Today, I'm going to show you one of the easiest ways to transfer Windows and all your files from one hard drive to another. But before that, you might be wondering why you would even want or need to do this. Losing data is one of the most frustrating and annoying experiences you can go through. Weeks, months, or most likely even years of work and memories could all vanish in an instant. And a few years ago, I went through that very experience. I was editing a video on my HP NV15 when it suddenly froze up, crashed, and refused to turn back on. After trying everything I could to fix it, I realized the internal hard drive had crashed and I had lost everything.
You took everything from me.
I don't even know who you are.
And following this experience, I decided to switch from a HDD to an SSD, simply because they're faster and more reliable. And if you're thinking of making this switch yourself, then I have the perfect tool to make this process simple and easy. For this process, we're going to be using a software called EaseUS Disk Copy. And yes, this video was sponsored by EaseUS, but before you click off, just know that I would not recommend this program to you if it wasn't genuinely useful. EaseUS Disk Copy makes the process of upgrading or switching your hard drives super quick and easy. Not only does it let you upgrade your hard drive with no data loss, but you can also migrate Windows to another PC without having to reinstall it. And while installing a fresh version of Windows is always the safest bet, you'll lose your files, applications, and settings in the process. EaseUS Disk Copy allows you to easily replace a failing hard drive without needing to worry about the drive crashing, as it simply skips the bad or corrupted sectors. And while you might be thinking this sounds way too good to be true, I assure you it definitely is. There's a free version you can download and try out for yourself, and if you need access to some of the more pro features, it costs $40 for a yearly license, $20 for a monthly license, or $60 for lifetime access. And with the state of the global economy and inflation everywhere, at that price, you're only missing out on a few cups of coffee, or literally just one trip to Starbucks, so it's not like you're paying an arm and a leg for this software. But that's enough yapping. When you launch the app, you'll find a very simple and clean user interface. In order to make a clone of a drive, you need to make sure disk mode is selected. Disk Copy shows the device name and details for each drive, so it's easy for you to identify which drive you want to clone. In this case, this is the disk we want to clone. But before we do that, you might be wondering what this option called sector by sector copy means. It basically clones the drive at the sector level, and this is useful in certain situations where perhaps the drive is failing or it's in an unsupported format, so it can just skip all of the corrupted or unsupported sectors. However, selecting this option will elongate the process a little bit. After selecting your source drive, click Next, and now you need to select the destination drive. By default, Disk Copy will auto-fit the destination disk. However, you can manually select the partition size if you want. To do that, simply click the drop-down menu here and select Edit Disk Layout. Then you can choose your partition size. Next, simply click on Proceed and allow Disk Copy handle the rest. It might take a while depending on the size of the drive, so you would need to be a little patient, but it'll definitely get it done eventually. Next up is partition mode. Here you can select individual partitions to copy over to the new drive. This is super helpful for specific situations, like when you want the data from a Windows drive, but you don't need the recovery or boot partitions. You can also create a bootable USB of Disk Copy, and all you need is a USB drive. This bootable USB needs less than 1 GB of space, so it's fine if you don't have a large capacity USB drive. Once the USB has been connected, simply follow the on-screen prompts to create the bootable copy. When that's done, you can boot from the USB using the PC's BIOS or boot menu and access Disk Copy that way. Let me know what you think about Disk Copy in the comment section below. I think it's pretty simple and it gets the job done, but maybe you have some concerns or some other recommendations. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I will catch you in any of my other videos in this playlist. Take care.